right, we're here with Dan. Dan, introduce yourself.
Dan Nye, LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, what are you at LinkedIn? You are LinkedIn? You're the CEO of LinkedIn, the new
CEO,
one.
Yes.
And you took over from Reid Hoffman.
Yes. Yep.
And you were at Intuit before, right? In various places?
In various places.
Various places. So we're going to talk a little bit about this space, which is explosive right now, led by, you know, the big portals like MySpace and Facebook. But LinkedIn's a little different. And LinkedIn, yes. They're always in the same breath. What's changing at LinkedIn? I mean, you guys started way back when, so you've been at this for a while.
LinkedIn's 4.5 years old.
Right.
What's really changing is how fast the service is being adopted.
Right.
We're adding,
how many people do you have now?
We have 160 people. We have almost 14 million in the network. We're adding 1 million a month.
Wow.
And what's clearly happening is it's becoming a mainstream productivity tool for professionals.
Sort of a universal address book kind of thing.
Well, address book is part of it, but what's really great is how quickly it can help you accomplish tasks and make better decisions.
So that's how you're different then. I mean, right now the phenom is Facebook, and everyone's all hot and bothered over Mark Zuckerberg and his minions there. So what's different about that? Because that's more social, but they're trying to go for a business kind of thing. How do you differentiate yourself in the? And there's many others like this, like you guys.
Facebook is a great application or platform, and there are lots of LinkedIn members who have Facebook profiles, and they use Facebook for the social side of life. But when it comes to getting things done, accomplishing tasks, and finding professionals, you know, the place to do that is on LinkedIn.
Right, so you're not going to have any zombie applications.
No zombies, no digital hamburgers, no aquariums, no most popular people.
So what's the things most people do on this right now? You know.
There are many different uses of LinkedIn, and the area that I like the most is getting advice from the other members on the service using the LinkedIn answers. Over 70% of the answers get answered with more than 7 answers per from the community.
So it's like, say I need a lawyer, or say I need a blank, or I'm doing this and I need some advice on how to do that.
Yeah, anytime you're trying to solve a problem, you can post it onto LinkedIn, and because people's professional profiles are attached to their answers, they give really great answers, and help you make better decisions.
In terms of this whole space, I mean, it's gotten a lot of hype, the whole social networking space. You call yourself a social network, or?
Professional network.
Professional
network.
Our
view of the world is there are 3 major networks out there, MySpace and Facebook on the social side, and clearly LinkedIn is the largest professional network.
And your other competitor is Plaxo, which is another one here that started up. There's a lot of these. How many of these can people sustain? I mean, in the old days it was you joined AOL, and then you had maybe a Yahoo kind of thing, and those
they're all pretty different. Plaxo actually I don't view as a competitor. What they're doing is they're primarily they do lots of things, but they're primarily synchronizing contacts.
Exactly.
And so that's actually quite complementary to what we do. And then there are some smaller networks, but you know, when it comes to networks, it's really important to have scale, to be able to find people. Yeah, because it's useless.
Like if there's like 2 people in the room, it's like, thanks a lot, but I don't want to listen to you anymore.
Exactly, and one of the great things about LinkedIn is that it is a truly global service. We're growing as fast outside the United States as we are in the United States, and we're hitting critical mass. Our most penetrated markets are in the Scandinavian countries. We're about to hit 1 million members in the UK. And you know, our fastest growing market is in India.
What's the vulnerability of these things? Is it fatigue, or people not filling them in, or what's or bandwidth?
Well, what happens usually is somebody gets an invitation to connect. They go online, they get the concept, they think it's exciting. They then have to decide, do they want to participate? And different people embrace it at different levels. Some people will sign up and they don't get too active right away. Other people immediately become active and actually will buy a subscription, you know, within the first week to get more advanced features. And that's to have a better version of premium.
You make a lot of your money from premium and upgrades and things like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And how big will advertising play in the
advertising is part of it, but we don't measure our success by number of page views. We measure our success on the value that we deliver to the members. So if people come up and they spend very little time, but they're able to accomplish the task that brought them there, we view that as success. And so advertising is a piece of what we do, but our whole business is not dependent on advertising.
Now, what is to you, I mean, in a broader sense, the biggest hype thing on the net right now? Just in general, I ask this of everybody.
Hyped, boy.
So many things.
I guess you know this doesn't really answer the hype thing because there's some utility there. It's pretty interesting, but the thing that I am quite intrigued by is Twitter. Yeah, Twitter. I think Twitter is a lot of fun.
Gives me a damn headache myself, but I'm an old lady.
Exactly, it's a lot of fun, but you know, you say, what is this thing,
right.
and why are people participating?
Right. The
and
kids
yet,
love it.
So many people want to participate.
Because teenagers are absolutely never self-absorbed in any way whatsoever.
Exactly,
so, you know.
Exactly. So yeah, I'd say Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter. And what's something that you think is underhyped? What kind of trend do you see that's important?
Well, I think there are a number. I think a few of the things, as you see all the big players, the folks like Yahoo trying to figure out what's next for Yahoo.
Right.
You know,
yeah, do you want to give an advice to them?
Well, I admire their great assets and think that there are tremendous opportunities for them, and look forward to seeing how they figure out.
We all look forward to it, and we wait and wait and wait, and we're still waiting. But maybe this new year, this time it'll work, kind of thing. And in terms of you know, people using these things on cell phones. For my last question, do you see them using like a LinkedIn on a mobile? Because this country is not as mobile as, say, as you're expanding internationally. You have to think about the mobile elements of business. Yeah,
LinkedIn has great value as a mobile app. I've had some experiences using LinkedIn mobile, and that have been great. I had somebody came up to me on an airplane before the plane took off, introduced himself, and said, "Hey, Dan, how are you doing?" And I had, you know, he gave me his name, and I had no idea how I knew him. Right. I got back to my seat again. This is before the plane took off. Looked him up on LinkedIn, and immediately knew why I knew him, why he knew me, and then was able to go back and talk to him when we were in the air and recovered.
Awkward,
yes, exactly.
A sticky situation of the plane, as they say. You know.
It's a powerful tool.
Yeah, yeah. So in terms of being mobile here in this country, probably a little later because we're so computer.
Well, we're also pretty mobile.
Right. You know. Compared to like in England or something like that, it's not. Great, thank you, Dan. I appreciate it, and I have to say I love the shirt.
Thank you.
It's Casual Friday, I assume, or is that the way you usually dress?
It's Casual Friday.